Long lines for voters in states like New York and Georgia, testing stamina and patience.
3.5 hours.
Have you decided you can't take it anymore? Are you going to go home, come back?
I'm hurting. I'll be back.
But officials say as bad as it was, none of it seems to be the result of election meddling.
I can confidently say that the 2018 elections will be the most secure election in the modern era.
Months after the top U.S. intelligence official said warning lights were blinking red, a slew of sensors and monitors failed to detect any signs of a coordinated attack on the nation's voting infrastructure by Russia or anyone else.
At this time, we have no indication of compromise to our nation's election infrastructure that would prevent voting, change vote counts, or distrust the ability to tally votes.
Of little comfort to voters forced to wait in line for hours.
I don't think it was on accident. I think it was intentional, and sometimes people try to suppress votes.
We know that there were a group of people who walked away. The reports from around here are that there may have been 100.
Federal officials blamed those problems on what they described as run-of-the-mill glitches and say they're confident state officials will learn from their mistakes. In the meantime, law enforcement and social media companies are taking a hard look at bad actors closer to home.
There have been some instances, as we've seen, of intentional misreporting on when to vote.
Yet even with the polls closed and the votes cast, the work is far from over. Homeland Security officials worry a new round of post-election influence operations could soon be on the way, seeking to convince American voters their voices were not heard. Jeff Seldin, VOA News, Washington.